I have a friend, so to speak, someone I thought was a friend of mine on my friends list on social media. So this friend of mine is one of the very few people at the triggering toxic job I had who left not too long after I did. She was actually let go during the COVID pandemic because they couldn't use her and the excess labor. She had been with the company for 20 years and she was devastated, heartbroken when they let her go. They had promised that they would be in touch with her and try to rehire her when they got back on their feet and things with COVID got cleaned up. And she was one of very few people that got let go or laid off or whatever during COVID. So what I found during my tenure working with her is that she was very much like me, tried to get along with everybody. She was only part-time in the office and she got along pretty much with everybody, and yet she was not witness to a lot of stuff. She worked for the director of marketing, the narcissist in our office that had chosen me as her flying monkey to take out the narcissist that had chosen me as her target. So that was the triangulation I've mentioned so often in my videos, but if you haven't watched them, very, very unique and chaotic dynamic in my office. And again, just a reminder, at that time, I had no clue what narcissism was. I had no idea what I was dealing with. I honestly thought these two women had serious control issues, and that's about it. I really didn't understand what narcissism was, or that there was a disorder that is associated with the characteristics that they displayed during my tenure of working with them. But anyway, this other worker that I developed a pretty decent relationship with, and I thought friendship, she and I had this other stuff in common outside of work that we used to talk about a lot that no one else in the office could relate to, regarding motherhood and the way we were raising our kids and things like that. And so we got along really well and we had that connection. But when she was let go by the company, she wasn't surprised when I resigned, and we stayed in touch after I resigned. She was one who at first seemed to advocate that there was something seriously wrong in the office and it needed to be taken care of, but who were we? And we bonded over the fact when she was let go, our mutual hurt and stuff like that. But recently we haven't had a whole lot of contact. I have reached out to her a couple of different times to get together, and we have, but it's been like, I want to say like 2 years since we've gotten together, or maybe only a year and a half. But I've kind of put myself out there and tried to maintain this relationship with her, and she's not reciprocating. Now, she's a wonderful lady. I have nothing personal against her. But here's my question. So first of all, keep in mind, she's not reaching out to me. She's not talking to me. She's not putting forth any effort to maintain the relationship. So with that said, I just happen to see, because every once in a while I still have that problem. This is why part of the reason why I still say I'm healing and not healed, because I still struggle with a lot of things. And one of the things I struggle with is going back, my narcissist, the one who targeted me. I have a bad habit of every once in a while, when I'm just curious about what she's doing and how she's showing off to the world now and how she's puffing herself up, I still check out her social media. Yes, I Facebook stalk her, and I wholeheartedly admit that I need to get past that. I need to let it go, and I'm still working on it. I'm still analyzing or thinking through what it is about her and my experience that keeps me going back to check her account. And 90% of the time I don't react to much of what she posts because I know it's all puffery, but every once in a while, there's something that really gets to me, and this is one of those occasions. she had posted a couple weeks ago that she had pursued and passed the test, the exam, to be a, what we call in the biz, a SHRM certified professional, which is SHRM, Society of Human Resource Management. Now, this is the lady who literally had an explosive attitude for 5 years that I worked with her. Threw things, cursed, stormed out, threatened to quit 3 times, one of which was in writing, and I have the text that says, so this is why I think HR, and I apologize for those of you who are in human resources that legit have a career there, but my personal opinion, after having spent years in the biz and still having to deal with it a little bit in terms of my responsibilities at my current job, I think HR is a crock of BS. I think it's a farce for inappropriate executives who don't know how to manage their behavior. HR was invented to take care of people's behavioral problems at work and to protect the company from people's behavioral problems and complaints and lawsuits. That's what HR does. It's a glorified babysitter for people who should and could be accountable if they so choose, or if they were enforced to, or had disciplinary action and repercussions for their poor behavior. So I digress. I saw that this narcissist of mine had gotten her certification to be a Society of Human Resource Professional and laughed hysterically, because I was like, there you go. Anybody can pass this damn test and say 2 + 2 = 4, and not having balanced and regulated emotions and not being an accountable person. Like, anybody can pass a test and answer the questions and think analytically and say, I've got this piece of paper, I'm good at what I do, but it doesn't mean they actually are in practical application. It doesn't mean they're compassionate or empathetic or understand relationships or problem resolution. This girl certainly didn't. I didn't do anything to be her Achilles heel. It was just who I was as a person. She had a problem with me that made her reactive to me. But I'm getting off the topic, and getting back to the topic. So this common mutual acquaintance of ours, so we all used to work together. And this acquaintance / friend of mine still remains friends on social media with everybody we used to work with, whereas I have gotten separation. So I was Facebook stalking my ex-narcissist, and I saw my friend comment on this narcissist's certification announcement. Congratulations. And I went, wait, what? This girl knows. I have communicated to her some of the things that happened when I worked there. And she's well aware of the injuries that I suffered. But she went out of her, she didn't have to comment. She could have just liked it or whatever. But she actually liked it and commented congratulations to this other girl. And now I have to think to myself, wait a minute. Does this girl even believe what I was telling her happened? Why is she commenting congratulations? Why is she going out of her way to congratulate this woman that she should know was an absolute nightmare to work with? I just happened to see this friend comment congratulations, and then happened to sit back and go, of all the things that bothered me, it's not that this girl got her certification, my narcissist. Of all the things that bothered me, it's the fact that this friend of mine not only hasn't been in contact, and I thought we were friends, but also has commented congratulations as though she believes that this person legitimately has what it takes to be a good HR professional. And I have to stop and think, then that must mean she doesn't believe all the stories of the drama I've told her that took place there. And that's invalidating. to a person who's been a victim of a narcissist, of two narcissists, one being the target, one being the flying monkey. But here I sit reevaluating this relationship with this woman going, wait a minute here. Do I really even want this person in my life anymore? I've been stewing for a while every so often about why she's not reaching out to me. And we're both very busy and I get it. I'm not holding it against her, but now I'm starting to doubt whether I even want her to, because it sounds almost to me like she doesn't believe me. Because she's over here with the other narcissist going, ooh, congratulations on your HR certification. What a farce. She can be certified in CPR and EMT and all this other stuff. Doesn't mean she can actually do it when the chips are down, handle herself. See, she certainly couldn't handle herself when I worked with her. Granted, yes, people change. Look at me. You know? But here's my question. If you doubt someone in your life, if you doubt that they believe you, if you don't trust them, like I don't trust this girl now and I doubt her, do you keep them in your life? Do you keep them in your friends list? Do you unfriend them? Do you just sever ties because you haven't been in contact with them for about 1.5 years anyway? What do you do? And at this point in my life, I'm kind of like, screw them. I don't need them. You know, I really have zero tolerance for people that make me doubt them. And this isn't like one of those people that's super, super close to me and I should give a second chance and rethink the relationship because we have this super deep connection. This is just a friend/acquaintance that I've had multiple conversations with, and we connected on another level outside of work when we worked together, and we maintained the friendship when we left the company. But now I'm like, wait a minute, did she ever actually believe all of what I was saying? Or was she sitting there in judgment of me? Did she doubt everything I had to say? Did she think that my perspective and opinion was bogus and a farce and a bunch of lies or exaggerated or something? I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to reach out to her, say, hey, it's been a long time, let's get together. And then when we get together in person, put it all on the table and ask her, what do you think happened when we worked together? It was an absolute circus. People just couldn't get along for some reason. And that's all I ever wanted. And I didn't understand why we couldn't. So, food for thought. Let me know what you guys think. I'm curious, if you have a friend who pretty much shows you that they doubt you and they doubt your story and they doubt your victimhood, what do you do? What do you do? Thanks for tuning in to Whole Wellness with Ann. Till next time. Bye, guys.